Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Good hidden recording devices
make good neighbors.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Yeah. It's me, Symphony.
Heyo, it's me, Meg.
It's me, Hal. And we are here recording Good Morning Night Vale. You're listening to it. We recorded it a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. 3 Welcome to Night Vale cast members coming together to re-listen to Welcome to Night Vale one episode at a time, provide analysis, thoughts, share what you've thought, give you insider stories when we're feeling it. And we are recording this episode on Tuesday, July 19th, the year 2022 of our flying spaghetti monster.
And this is episode 116, Council Member Flynn, part 3. We did it, y'all.
Part trace.
We're at the end of this why can't I think of the name of it? 3-part. Trilogy, thank you.
Trepisode.
Great. The episode description of this part of the trepisode is a pep rally at the Night Vale Armory.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh.
Babes, first of all, before we get into this, have you ever been to a pep rally?
Yes.
Do you even have pep? Do you have pep? Yes, you do.
We have pep.
I have pep. How about you?
I do. Yay!
Okay, so Meg, you were in color guard, correct?
You bet.
Okay, I was a cheerleader, and then I was on dance team. So either way, I was at the game. Hal Lublin, Did you participate in those types of things when you were in the school of high?
No, we had such a small school that discouraged. It didn't discourage. We had no cheerleaders. There were no cheerleaders at Abington Friends School.
Okay.
There were sports teams. They were competitive. Our men's basketball team was really, really. They won the Friends League championship multiple times. I don't know what that means in terms of anywhere else, like in terms of city or state or anything, but they were very good. They seemed very good.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember ever attending any spirit or prep rallies. Feels like antithetical to to the Quaker way of life, where it was just like soups low key.
Okay.
Like even worship is like everybody sit in this circle and shut up. You can talk if you're moved.
Right.
And then nobody will clap for you afterwards. No one will say anything, whatever. You can say the deepest stuff you've ever heard, and everyone will be real. Everybody will just go, but they won't go, I'm just doing that for the sake of people listening, because they know that means nod in sounds.
Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry you never experienced that, but as a person who enjoy the sport, have you ever been to like a tailgating thing or anything?
Sure.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like that's very similar.
Yes.
Like you're just getting jazzed up for the event itself. And usually there's some sort of like exhibitions of, music and like the band usually plays. I mean, is that what you did, Meg, when you were?
Yes.
You would perform.
I can't say we had too many pep rallies.
Yeah.
But
like for games and stuff, at least.
Yeah, we were the halftime show. So, and we played music during the way that we did it was that the band played music and the cheerleaders cheered to the music. So they all had like their choreographed dances that were to the like Louie Louie or whatever the band was playing.
That seems like every band has to know Louie Louie.
Yes. And then we would do our halftime show, which was like our very serious artistic, like tribute to Gershwin.
Philip Glass.
Like Leonard Bernstein, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I love the idea of you playing a Rose Will Bloom at a high school and everybody's like, I love Olivia Hussey.
It was our halftime show.
Meg, last question, Meg.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you get to keep the flags?
No.
Oh, so did you have to buy them? No. Oh, okay. So
it's
they
like,
were just...
It's like the band instruments, right? Like they're you use what's there. Well, I guess you bring your own horns, right?
Yes, people usually have their own instruments, but they don't have their own pieces of percussion. Flags, we all had to have the exact same one. Obviously, we made the silks ourselves, and our flagpoles were like sort of like cobbled to. They were like a specific apparatus, so they had like they're pieces of metal poles that were hollow, and then they had weights in each end.
Right,
and you'd tape the weights in, and then you'd tape the flag so that it would spin a certain way.
That makes me think of how, like, when you buy ballet, like, point shoes, like, you can't just put them on. Like, you have to, like, crush them up and scuff them and, like, rip them up and, like, sew the things. Like, so it's not, like, they come, like, ready to use. You have to, like, do stuff to them. So you had to, like, tape your things down first.
Basically, it'd be like a metal pole,
and
then you would get like I don't know if this was just like the way that it's done, or it was just the way that our school did it. But you'd get like a bolt, a nut and a bolt, and then that would go in the top of it, and then you put an end cap on that, and then you'd tape that around, and then you would tape the flag to the pole, and then you'd have to there's markers on the flagpole that you'd have to tape yourself, so that everyone's hand is at the same spot, so you'd all have like a universal.
Right. The reason I asked that is because I got to keep my palms. So, like, I just didn't know if you had, like, flags hanging up in your, like, childhood bedroom or whatever.
I gave my flags back. We had, like, practice flags. You could, like, take a practice flag home or, like, a practice saber home. And I gave them back. Because, like, what am I doing with them? You know?
Still toss until this day. That's what I want to hear.
Well, that's the thing about when you're in color guard, you don't need a flag to be in color guard. You can toss literally anything and attempt to catch it.
What? So you could bring like a, just like a watermelon with a flag on it? Like what?
No, you would once you've done color guard, everything that is like spinnable or tossable, you will attempt to spin or toss.
Okay.
Not like on the field or like in practice, but like
a broom,
broomsticks and rulers and like the pens, pencils, wrapping paper tubes.
My sister-in-law was a majorette, so she was
Ah.
and like took it to college, like a major college, and did it there. So she was real good at it, and I've still seen her do it. Like it's impressive. Like it's you do that, but it's like throw it up in the air and then do a cartwheel and then catch it, and then do flips and stuff, like all that.
There's a whole other like competitive side. There's a huge competitive side of that. Like my high school prom coach, her son competes in baton. Like is largely competitive in baton, and that stuff is really impressive because they be throwing it up and then doing all those splits and flips and stuff, and then catching it.
Yes,
and that is a night the lights went out in Georgia.
It's a night that the lights went out.
Do you know that
in
scene
Georgia.
from Designing Women?
Yes.
Yeah. Even for people who've never seen Designing Women, it's like a meme. You should like go look it up.
Yeah.
Suzanne Sugar Baker. Anyway, currently the economy way down in Night Vale, friends.
Yes.
Because
they're running a deficit.
Nothing can stay open past 6 p.m. and any old body can be in the militia or whatever. So kind of it's like people can just be roaming the streets if they want to.
It's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, it's gotten out of hand.
Tamika's maybe lost control.
Lost the thread.
I think Tamika has just lost focus because as a new council member doing her best, she's focusing on one thing at a time. And like she mentions at the end, government takes a lot more than just hyper focus on one thing. You have to be able to, let people have a life as well as keep people safe. So that's what creating a community is. And I will say, regardless of what started at the beginning, like I said, she came round. I told you. She came round. Episode over. Goodbye.
I mean, she's 17. We know that Tamika is special and that she's a leader and that she's wise beyond her years, but you have to remember she's 17 in this episode. So, I mean, imagine if you were 17.
And a new dog owner.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot to put on anyone's plate. And
yes.
I think, she's doing the best she can. And, and that's all I'll say about that. She's doing the best she can. And I think everyone turns out fine in the end, especially because as we are doing looking for all these things, Tamika suggests that they go like to the armory or whatever. And people are just like being vigilantes and running around. But everybody's trying to make things work. The Glow Cloud wants to make the budget. Everybody wants the budget to be balanced, but Tamika hasn't been able to focus on
they want it in their favor.
Of course.
Everybody wants the Glow Cloud's interested in education because...
And ain't that the way of government?
That's its purview.
Bloated, complicated.
Yeah. Speaking of teenagers having trouble dealing with things, I'd like to discuss the development of the relationship between Janice and Steve. As we've carried over from her taking their loss really hard. So she's decided to hyper-focus on continuing to generate assists, which is very useful in basketball.
Right.
And Steve, as a mentor and someone who as a mentor, he is a mentor. One of them nice mentors. As a mentor and someone who loves her and someone who probably understands the game of basketball a little bit better than she does just by virtue of having been around it longer. And seemingly even though he can't explain a high pick and roll, knows what it is asking her to work on her defense and her shooting so she can become a more complete player. Mm-hmm. Because if the other players on the team can't hit their shots, then it's really not as helpful to just continually pass. And she's very resistant to that. And really like the first time that you have any conflict between the two of them that you're aware of. Because they seem to be very tight and have a very good relationship.
Yeah.
But now she's calling him Steve Carlsberg. She's pulling like the Cecil.
Yeah.
The early Cecil and saying Steve Carlsberg and then pouting and leaving and threatening to quit. So
she's a little fresh. She's being a little fresh.
Being fresh, but she's frustrated. I understand.
I'll be honest. I remember that feeling when you were like a teen and like you felt like the weight of the world was on you. And obviously Janice, being the forthright youth that she is trying to take a leadership role, much like Tamika, but has never done it before and is really doing her best to try and help her team win, but can't see the whole picture. Is just like, well, I want to play my part and, assist everybody. It's like, but sometimes you have to take the lead. Sometimes you need to step back. And that is a valuable lesson that needs to be learned as well. Because also she's stressing herself out, burning herself at both ends, like the candle,
Yeah. And like Tamika's focused on one thing, which means that a lot of other things are happening that maybe isn't resulting in the win that she wants. And the same thing with Janice. She only focuses on passing the ball and being a good distributor. And that is only going to take you so far. There are a lot more things that you need to do to help a team win. It's more than just the one thing that you're known for. And I would say that Tamika's dealing with is sort of this is her element, is
the fighting bit,
is fighting. She's a fighter. She is a military leader. So that's the focus, not the budget or any of those other things. But she's learning in the same way. There's a lot more to focus on than just this one thing to be successful as the lone member of the city council who's actually doing anything while the rest of them are off on vacation and threatening to never return.
In Michigan.
In Michigan.
And I just remember like how everything was such a big deal, like when I was a teen, and like if something didn't go the way that I imagined it in my head, it would like feel like a disaster. When something doesn't go the way I anticipated it would or planned for it to go, I'm able to roll with the punches a little bit more and refocus my energy in other places. I think as you get older, you have the opportunity to become a little bit more chameleon-like. And some people get a little rigid, like the city council, who wanted it their way or the highway, kind of, or didn't want to do their job at all. But then, in seeing that Tamika was like, well, fine, just don't come back then. And in that defiance, they were like, well, you know what, maybe we'll come back. And they do in the end. And it works out for everyone.
This is like the city council comes through.
For real.
Like, they get it done.
The one time.
They've never gotten it
for
done
the first
ever.
time, yeah.
The one time.
Yeah. It's all that Michigan. Pure Michigan. Have we killed the Michigan joke with this episode?
No.
Because we really just we've hit it. We just keep hitting it.
The sexiest trees.
I guess it never does.
Yeah. How much gas is left in that tank? It's a good question.
America's, where was it? The most beautiful, like hand-shaped, what was it? Was that in this?
The most mitten-shaped.
Yeah.
It is.
But like, yeah, that's how, if you're not a Michigander, well, if you are a Michigander, when someone asks you where you're from in Michigan, for those of you who are not Michiganders, you do it with your hand. You show them on your hand where you are from in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're from the UP, you use it. That's why sometimes they call it the murder mitten, because the UP looks like a little, if you did finger guns.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. That's
that.
the UP.
How do you describe? Well, I guess when people ask you where you're from in Illinois, you just say Chicago.
Yeah, I say Chicago. Ever heard of it, jerk? No, I'll be like, bitch, I'm from Chicago. That's what I say.
Does Pennsylvania? I guess how you just say you're from Philadelphia or Los Angeles.
I mean, I could go like this. Here's Pennsylvania. I'm from right here. Because it's southeastern Pennsylvania. It's almost
is that okay?
That's where Philly is.
Okay.
And then Pittsburgh's like over here. Then you have Harrisburg, Hershey, and then Allentown is going up this way. And then you go to Scranton, which is a lot closer to like northern, like where you would catch the 81 to go across into Syracuse, which is how I would go. I would go up the Turnpike, up 476, the northeast extension of the Turnpike, and then head over. So you'd wind up in Scranton. And then
directions from Hal's dad's house to
from Hal's dad's, well, at that time, from 1010 Henrietta Avenue to Syracuse University, 4-hour trip.
Your dad no longer lives there, I'm assuming.
Yeah. No, he has moved.
Okay, good. So you're just giving out some stranger's address.
I wouldn't give away his address. Oh, no, it's just an old address. Yeah, no, I don't know who lives there now. I know the house looks a lot different than when I lived there. They took down the basketball hoop. No, wait, they left it. No, they took it down. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
If you live by there, take a picture of it and send it to us.
No, don't. That'd be creepy.
I think it'd be hilarious.
That'd be real. It'd be mucho creepy. Do not want.
I want it.
You won't know if it's accurate or not. You'll have to show it to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show it to you and I'll slip in that picture of a tarantula. Anyways.
No! Why would you do it?
Speaking of tarantulas, Hal, have you watched... You talked about this. You've watched the new Jackass, right?
I turned that part off. I skipped it.
Okay. You're dark shark.
Yeah, I watch everything except the tarantula stuff, which they've done tarantula stuff before. There's a lot of like trap the head in the case of the tarantula, try to get the tarantula to bite you. If it's a snake, that's okay. And if it's the scorpion is close. The scorpion Botox I watched, but that was the only one. Yes. The answer is yes, I saw it. I'm aware of what you're referring to, but I didn't see it because I think they even showed like, and here are the fangs, and then I was like, nope, bye.
Yeah, it was a very, very intense spider bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not into that. I'd rather watch the bear bit. I like that a lot more.
Who did it bite? Like all of them? I feel like now it's like a lot of all of them just like go in a row. Is that not true?
Sometimes depends on the stunt.
Now, yeah, this most recent Jackass film. Now that we're talking about this and our quick little other podcast talking about the Jackass films, this because they're older now. There is some new blood that they've brought in to handle some of the more physical stuff, but because they're older now, they tend to lean more towards the gross stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lean more towards the doing stuff to their private parts.
Oh yikes!
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like a very penis torture forward film.
Yeah. I still maintain, even when they were young, that my favorite stunt, maybe this says more about me than them, in any of the Jackass films is when Dave England goes and takes a crap in a hardware store toilet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the complete bit of him going in his pants on the way there the first time. He can't hold it in.
Him saying the line when they ask him, have you ever shit your pants before? And he says, I shit my pants at the fair. One of the more fun sentences ever uttered. I quote it weekly.
So good. It's so good. I think about it. I really think about it. We may be blood related somehow. We just don't know. I think about that a lot. I really do. Oh, did you make a boom boom? Did you ever crap my pants at the fair? And then Lance Bangs vomiting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this one.
And he's such a good documentarian that he films it. He never turns the camera away. If he gets sick from somebody, and apparently that's enough to do it, or if somebody else vomits, he goes. But he always films it. That's a pro. Oh my goodness.
Lance Bangs, documentarian and vegetarian.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And pukitarian.
Oof.
And that has been our mini podcast recapping the Jackass films. Back to Councilmember Flynn, part 3.
Yes.
So we find out from the coroner that it's not Tristan and Camilla.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Shade.
We find out from city council, they dug up bodies, which explains why they were in 19th century clothing and pecked to death by birds.
Mm-hmm.
Were a lot of people pecked to death by birds back in the old times?
Most people. Yeah. That's how you went.
All the time.
Well.
Very common.
Well, it's pretty intense.
Until the Bird Treaty of 1647. That curbed it, but didn't end it.
Okay.
And then there was DDT, which really took it down.
That was it. That was the A-bomb of that particular war. They're like, all right, maybe we should stop. This is bad.
Well, I don't fuck with birds anyway, so I don't. This is like nothing to me. I'm like, if we were already declaring war on birds, I was like, fine. Although I think because I hate birds so much, I keep getting bird TikToks, like ones where it's like the birds are mwah, mwah, kiss, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby. And then,
and that freaks you out?
Yeah, I don't like stuff that talks. It's not supposed to be talking. It's upsetting. They don't. You don't even know what you're talking about. Fucking crazy.
You're just saying things. You don't know.
Give me a kiss. No, nasty with your black tongue. Am I wrong?
I'm not fighting you on it.
And don't even. I'm sorry if you. Don't invite me over to your house if you have a bird, because the first time it fluffs up, like, have you seen those ones that dance?
Yeah, they go like.
I would be gone. Oh
yeah, where the guy's playing "Don't Be Cruel" and the bird's like.
Yeah, and they're like.
I love that video. I love that bird.
Yeah.
I would be out of there. I'd be like, no.
If I get a picture of a tarantula, Symphony, I'm going to lock you in an apiary. That is a promise. I'm telling you now that we know.
An apiary?
Yeah.
I like apes.
No, that's not.
Isn't apiary bees?
Oh, no, you're right. Aviary. That's it. Aviary. That's what I would put. Apiary is bees.
Oh.
Apiary would also be very dangerous.
Well, that's just dangerous. I'm not afraid of bees.
Aviary. I'm going to put you in a big bird. There'll be birds everywhere. They'll be everywhere. Do we have a truce?
So the truce is, if I don't send you a picture,
how bad it is for me.
If I sent you a picture of a spider,
Black Tongue City,
that someone has named lovingly after your character,
I don't want to see it.
You're gonna lock me in a house of actual birds.
Yes,
or bees.
Or bees. I might get it wrong.
Or birds and bees. I don't think that's fair.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another day of rescuing bees in Texas. You've seen those, right?
I have seen those ones where she's like just scooping bees out of a house.
I put this bee in a hair clip, and now here's the queen. She's getting used to the hive. Now they're all going.
I would just move out.
Back to Jackass. Did you see? They put the bees on his pee-pee.
They did put the bees on his pee-pee. He wore bee underwear, didn't he?
Isn't it after a while, it's just like you think they like it? I think they sexy like it.
I think
doing stuff to their wieners.
I think Chris Pontius might a little bit. At least a little bit. Party boy.
Because it's only so, I guess it stays funny that if something like hurts someone, but it makes me wonder if their wieners aren't lumpy from not all of that swelling is going to go down after it gets bit.
You're right.
Or pummeled or whatever the heck happens to it. I bet you it looks like hamburger meat.
It does. It looks
like a soft meat crown. That's what their wieners look like. Soft
meat crowns. That's what they have.
That's your headcanon about the Jackass guys' wieners. Is that they look like soft meat crowns.
Should we move on to the weather?
I think we should move on somewhere.
Oh my God. Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. This episode's weather was Animal Skin by Brian Dunn. Animal Skin.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote notes here.
Oh.
And I'm trying to read it. New or comfortable. Or comfortable when you're in your animal skin. That's what I wrote. I was like, and I was imagining like where the wild things are.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of animal skin. Like you're wearing.
How Max dresses?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I read that book twice today, so yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece of music.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
And now I enjoy it even more thinking about where the wild things are. Because it's a happy memory.
Who's Brian Dunn?
He's last I could tell from the internet, a Brooklyn-based singer-songwriter who is influenced by the Beatles.
Nice. I could see that with this song.
Yes.
It had like that whimsical, like almost Yellow Submarine sort of vibe to it.
Yeah, latter day Beatles.
Yeah. More psychedelic Beatles. Like more like, woo, we're having a good time. Woo. But has Brian done any Has Brian Dunn done anything recently or no?
Yeah, I believe Brian Dunn is still playing shows.
Nice.
And if you go to Brian Dunn's website, you can see, I think there's 2 tour dates listed for the rest of the summer. So,
see?
Yeah.
Good luck to all bands.
Good luck to all bands.
Well, he done and he done did it.
Brian Dunn did it. I love that.
Done, Brian just done, yeah.
But we'll never be done.
I feel like I missed out on my chance to be a suburban dad in a suburban dad band where we do like
that's a state of mind,
stuff
baby.
that's just outside of our reach, but we're going for it, and we feel like rock stars, and that's all that's important.
Maybe Steve Carlsberg has a band.
For sure, he has to have a band. What do you think he plays? The bass? Feels like a bassist.
No, I think he's like a drum guy, like he's a percussion guy or keys.
Yeah, or guitar, like synth. He plays the synth.
Yeah. Yes.
He just works the synth into songs that don't have synth in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
maybe he plays cowbell.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense. I'm into it.
I'm into it. But what am I really into?
What?
Is carbohydrates, dairy, and some sort of sauce.
Please.
Make it hot.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
So let's go into the FanZone Calzone. You hear from Gloria. Gloria writes, "Hello, everyone. My name is Gloria, and I've been listening to Welcome to Night Vale for nearly 5 years. I have to share something that I didn't realize until I was listening to your podcast. Up until recently, I thought it was Deb, a sentient patch of hay, like what horses eat. And since it was Night Vale and you have your sentient river rock, I just accepted my misunderstanding. Deb, in my mind's eye, has been a patch of talking hay." You 3 at some point compared Deb and mentioned that maybe she's in the same family as the Glow Cloud, all hail. And I had to pause the podcast, rewind, and have my mind blown. Thank you for your wonderful podcast. I think Welcome to Night Vale mentally prepared me for this last crazy few years where anything horrible can apparently happen in this world. Thank you guys for all your positivity and hard work. P.S. I usually listen to you guys when I walk my cat
Tadasana.
Tadasana?
Yeah.
Tadasana.
Mountain pose.
Tadasana? Tadasana.
Tadasana, it's mountain pose.
Tadasana.
That's nice.
That's wonderful.
Tadasana. Nice. Well, I think you thinking of Deb as a sentient patch of hay really is going to change things for me from how I portray her, knowing that is out there in the world. So thank you for enriching my performance.
Truly.
Now I'm thinking of but a patch of, all I think of when I think of hay though is one of the cubes, a bale.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I was just imagining that, but consumerist and capitalist. How interesting. Next up, we have Aster. Aster writes, "A few minutes ago, I left a voicemail on the number about how I love Tamika Flynn. I was and still am high, and therefore, I forgot most of the things I wanted to say. I am emailing now so that I can type the words out." Pause. Yes, Aster, I love this for you. I love this journey for you. 2, I didn't even stop in reading it because I was like, yeah, man, I can dig that. Continuing, Aster writes, "Tamika Flynn is an incredible inspiration. Her quote, 'Do not be defined by how you can die, but how you can live,' which, as I mentioned in the voicemail I have tattooed on my wrist, is the kind of thing that can be the guiding principle for your entire life. Another quote, 'We do not look around. We do not look inside. We do not sleep. Our God is not a smiling God, and we are ready for war.' While not as inherently inspiring, is in context very powerful. She's openly declaring her intent to resist and fight back. Tamika is a character who, despite being part of a world that is very strange, is very relatable like many characters in Night Vale. However, she's also known to be one of Night Vale's most powerful citizens. She's overflowing with strength and determination, but that doesn't come from some unattainable mystical source. Her power comes from books and knowledge and reading, and that means the world to me. I currently don't read as much as I did when I was her age, but I still find strength in hearing about her. Although Tamika's situation and methods are not the sort of thing we would find in the real world, the idea that we, the readers, those whose primary strength is studying, that we could be that strong, that is incredibly meaningful. In Night Vale, Tamika is the face of rebellion, action, and change, and she gives me hope. Wow, Aster, thank you so much. And this, I think, absolutely kind of describes how I feel about Tamika as well, and why I stay in awe of this character, and I'm always trying to find new ways to be able to express that through the words that I am given to tell a story and breathe her to life. So I appreciate this note, and keep listening, baby.
Ray writes, "Good morning to my lovely tri-hosts. My name is Ray, longtime listener to both Welcome to Night Vale and Good Morning Night Vale. And while listening to your episode Good Morning Ash Beach, I was wildly excited to hear you talk about the shining star of my hometown, the Salton Sea and Slab City. I'm originally from the nearby town called Nyland, and both the Slabs and the Salton Sea are fairly popular tourist places in that area, along with Salvation Mountain, which I know Meg and Joseph have seen before. And it's awesome knowing that some of my favorite people have enjoyed my town's neighboring kooky places. When your area is a little blip on the map, you learn to find the beauty in the weird stuff near you. I just got very excited hearing you all talk about it, and yes, the sea is super spooky. The fish skeletons poke out from the sand and watch you walk along the shore. Haunting. On a second related note, my mind canon has always been that Night Vale is a small town placed in a similar area to mine, somewhere in the Southern California or Arizona desert, about a mile completely around and almost completely deserted except for those one or two businesses that just won't die. Examine the entire Imperial Valley, California for reference. It's just that kind of small town. Thanks so much for the hard work y'all do and for being amazing humans who do amazing work. Much love to you all, Ray." Ray, I know that feeling of having like a specific home area shouted out or called out in something that you enjoy, and it's awesome and enjoy it. And I've not been to the Salton Sea, but I'm aware of it. And now I feel like I should go and check it out because it sounds like fun. And then I would get spooked and run like Scooby-Doo.
We have been to Salt and Straw, though.
I've been to Salt and Straw many times. That I love. Get the ooey gooey chocolate brownie. Thank you, audience. Next episode will be Hegemony Part 1, Canadian Club. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us your favorite thing that you burned down for the insurance money. This show is powered by our patrons, like Rachel Borofsky, Q48, Paul Waitber, Pat Lusk, and New Anon 96. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider hypercool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter @NightValeChat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Calzone ingredient of the week is peaches.